the heat index was the same that when they had the war.
Yep.
What's Thumper's channel?
What's Thumper's channel? Right there. If you want to subscribe to it.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, but I'm already subscribed.
Yeah,
Oh,
me
okay.
too. What did you think of the vendors?
The vendors are what they are for that rally. There are a lot of local vendors. There's some that do travel that you see at other rallies. It's not a major rally, so you're not going to get Clockworks there. You're not going to get S&S. You're not going to get Vance and Hines.
I didn't know you.
You're not going to get the big major vendors there. You know, Fairing Exchange is there. He's a premier vendor. But he does it smart. It's on his way to, now it's on his way up to
Exactly.
Milwaukee, and then from Milwaukee out to Sturgis.
So, hey, yes.
Right. You know, the same way with. Yeah.
You lost me, PAs. What are you trying to say, buddy? A lot of quiet.
Yeah. Gettysburg was pretty good too, I thought. I mean, the Harley place. There was a lot more vendors at
Down at Vendor Village, yes. There was a lot more vendors.
I said
vendors
there was
there.
a lot more vendors at Gettysburg.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're
I
going
gotta
in and
check
out.
my mic. How do I do that?
No, your mic's fine. I
Right,
think it's
that's
your
up.
connection. You're going in and out.
How's that? Any better?
That's about the same.
Yeah. I think it's because of I'm going to go off and try to get onto her Wi-Fi.
Okay.
I don't know if that will help. All right. I'll be back.
Okay.
Famous last words of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'll be back.
Get in the chopper.
It's a tumor.
So the Thumpers have got this linked up on their channel. Awesome.
Yeah, we learned that trick.
No, you just did.
I did. I learned that trick. So that everybody that does lives, you can link to your channel, and your subscribers will see it that you're live, and send them to the live. I was watching somebody's YouTube is how I figured it out.
Okay. University.
StreamYard allows you to do it. YouTube doesn't allow you to do it, but if you use StreamYard, anybody using StreamYard can actually go up to the top right corner, and they'll see the little icon, their little icon, and they can link it. And you'll title it, and you'll do a description, and it'll link. And then your subscribers, like Kimberly Sinclair, she is off of my page. Now she'll see Tweedle's live. She'll see Doc's. And if she likes y'all or likes your content, she can subscribe, or we can tell her to subscribe to y'all to help everybody out. You know what I'm saying?
The only thing that's going to happen is tomorrow I'll get a report that you guys have a video that's 100% matched to mine. So if you've monetized it, I could just put a copyright.
You get monetized, not me.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you guys
copyright, right. So like what they said is when you have that, leave it there because you get monetized. If you click yes, it's a copycat, then they take it off of my page.
Yep.
Which I mean, you can do that too. I don't care that it comes or goes.
I don't care either.
It was just the way that they were saying helps other channels to build other channels. So I tried it when I got on your live.
Yep.
We did not get a tan. That is the world famous gliding on twos.
What's up, Nori? What's up, bud?
Totally different leagues there.
What's going on? What's going on?
Speaking of somebody who's in the 1,000 subscriber club.
Yep. Just a little bit over now. That's good. I haven't been making too much videos lately. Been busy.
I've noticed.
Yeah. Hey, last 4 or 5 weeks it's just been all testing. So
Yeah,
that's what
it's
I've been
been hell. It's
concentrating
been hell
on.
month for you, right?
Say again.
Hell month for you. A month of hell.
Yep. I got what's today? Wednesday. I got the rest of this week and next week, and then I'll be done.
Then you graduate.
Yep.
Awesome.
What do you walk out of MMI with?
Knowledge.
Education.
Well, we definitely hope that, but what certificates do you walk out with? Like, are you Harley level certified, or are you?
So you
Like-
walk out with MMI certificate, Harley certified technician, if you pass all the assessments,
Right.
and then really that's about it.
And a
You
big
don't
bill.
walk out with anything else, and a big bill for the school and for tools.
Oh yeah, because they bring in the Snap-on or the Mack truck, and then you get set up with them, and now you've got a weekly payment with them.
Yep.
Yeah.
People buying, anywhere between $6,000 and $12,000 worth of tools, Snap-on tools. Yep.
Who's your Snap-on guy,
Does
Bob?
everybody hear me better?
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear you now. Is it Bob or George, your Snap-on guy?
No, it's a guy called Todd Christie.
Okay.
Yeah, schools like that have different Snap-on dealers that just
No,
handle.
in Florida, it's a truck, and that truck gets that area. It's 100%.
Same in Connecticut. Same in Connecticut, but the trade schools have a different representative than the ones that go to all the garages and shops.
Yep.
No, I'm pretty sure Todd goes to all the garages and the shops in that territory.
Right, garages, but not the trade schools. Trade schools is a totally different contract because they buy at a student rate, not
Correct.
right. So they're paying like 80% of the price of the tools, not 100% like the garages are.
Yep.
If you're paying 100% at the garage, you a fool. You can talk them down because they own them tools, so you can talk them down.
Yep, you can, but the students have their own contracts with Snap-on and all that.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know. I looked into it, and it's being a dealer. And I was talking about because I went to trade schools, and they're like, no, you can't go there because that's a totally separate rep that handles that. Even though it's in your area of responsibility that you own, they have their own separate rep.
So Ace Hardware and pick up Craftsman.
Yep. Well, I don't think Ace is carrying that anymore, or Lowe's isn't. Somebody's is dropping the Craftsman line.
Well, they're
Lowe's
still full
actually
right now.
Better, gentlemen.
Yeah, Lowe's
Home
still
Depot.
carrying Craftsman right now.
Yeah, Home Depot dropped them. Lowe's still carries them.
Everybody's digitalizing.
What's
Dan,
that,
you're
Ian?
right. Some Harbor Freight tools are pretty good.
Yep.
I've had some
but
that
not
broke.
much.
Yeah.
Well, you know that the Harbor Freight tool line Icon is made by Snap-on.
Really?
Yep. Just at a discounted price because
You can get
they
the
changed
gold
name
one.
to Icon.
Yeah.
So it's owned by Blue Point. Icon's owned by Blue Point.
The Snap-on line.
Yeah, Blue Point owns Snap-on.
Yep. I mean,
I didn't know that.
They're all the same, just different price points.
Yeah, well, probably
Cheaper
different.
metal.
Yeah, I was about to say different hardening of the metal.
Yep. Keep losing PA Biker. I don't know what's going on with his internet.
Sorry, you needing that?
Yeah, yeah.
He's
I got some more work to do.
Well, I'm saving it for you.
Well, I'll come pick it up in September.
Because
So
I
what's your
threw
plans
mine.
after
I
Nori?
just threw
I
mine on my
remember.
helmet.
I remember Nori when you were on my as my special guest. You're talking about going back home and opening up a shop and working for yourself. Is that still the plan, or you're thinking other places?
So far that's still kind of the plan. I already got a couple jobs lined up for when I get back.
Okay.
Um, so I've been working that angle already, and of course doing my business license and trying to get some of these veteran grants for
Nice.
businesses out there in South Carolina.
Yep. The small
That's all.
business grants that the VA offers. I
Yep.
think it's
That's
like
all I've been
100
doing.
grand.
Yeah, that's all I've been doing the last, freaking 5, 6 weeks is concentrating on that and all my exams and my labs and all that. So, yeah, you ain't been
Tell them
seeing
I
me on
said, hey,
YouTube that often.
they'll probably be like, who?
Say what?
Mhm.
I was telling Keith to tell him, I said, hey,
Oh,
I do got an idea of something I'm going to be doing with one of these.
So, well, that's
Somebody else
cool.
knows about it, and they better get off their ass before I do it.
Nori, so
Because
if you're
it's
going to
going to
look
be funny.
into opening your own shop and using the VA small business grant, I think it's like 100 grand. When you go to open
yep.
a shop, that 100 grand goes fast.
Oh, yeah, believe me, it does. I mean, things start adding up quick. You're
Because you're
talking
buying
about,
equipment,
like lifts, tire
tire
changers,
machines, benches,
balancers.
everything.
That stuff goes really quick.
Well, if you ever need to get one of those airlifts going, let me know. Come pick it up.
So, Nori, I got a question to ask you. When you went through, like, the tire balancing and stuff at school, did you guys talk about balance beads at all, or just the dynamic balancing with the spin balancer?
We did talk about the balance bees, but for some reason, these folks, they're against it, man. The Harley folks are against balance bees for some reason. So of
And
course, we're still using the wheel weights.
yeah, well, my whole argument to that is, yeah, you could take a brand new tire and you could spin balance it and get it to balance out. You ride 500 to 1,000 miles, put that wheel back on the balancer, it's out of balance.
Yep.
Where the balance beats are always self-correcting. But
They are.
Dallas has the
They're
best.
constantly self-correcting.
Dallas has the best comment for you, Nori. But you also need a humidor in there also,
Well,
because I know you're a
he
cigar
put
guy.
there. Oh yeah. A humidor definitely is going to go in there.
He's saying you should get a margarita machine too.
Yep.
Well, I got a bar at the garage. That's where I'm starting out from right now.
Is this any better?
Yeah. Seems it.
For now.
Yeah. So that's awesome, Nori. That's good information.
I'm
You gave
hoping
me about
it is
the
better.
balance
Okay.
beads and stuff.
All
So
right. I
this
had
is-
to do a few things. Her internet. They're doing that new internet here where she lives, and
These are all the companies that fall under the Snap-on name.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep.
Hey, the process is here. Hello, process.
what is that?
I wonder
It
if
is-
they make that pewter tool and sell at Harbor Freight, because I never looked there.
Blue and
What tool you looking for?
The one that go in and change all your settings where you can click the boxes and turn on cruise.
Oh, you're talking
rate.
about
the digital technician.
Yeah, the digital tech.
The digital tech. Well, that's a Harley Davidson program. Like basically, you can't get your hands on a digital tech unless you work in a dealership.
Not true.
We found one. Well, actually, Doc found
Well,
one.
you can
Not
buy.
I could get
You can buy the
digital
licensing
technician
for it.
from Snap-on, who is contracted through Harley Davidson, and
Well, now you're talking the actual digital technician too,
yes.
or are you talking about the little Snap-on
No, I'm
little
talking one
scan
that goes
tool
on
that they have?
your desktop, on your computer or your laptop. It's the Harley Davidson program. It's all through Snap-on, and it's $6,000.
Yes, you are correct. And I think it's like $3 to $4 grand every year for the licensing, or something like that.
It's every 2 years, and it's $1,000 for a license upgrade. All the Harley shops I talk to don't even use it.
No, I mean,
And they
barely
turned me
use
on.
it.
They told me about the one they use, and it's like $800 to $900, and you get free software support and upgrades for 4 years.
Not the digital tech. You're talking about the other one that they've been using?
Yep. It does everything that digital technician could do, except for update the radio and nav. But you could do that with a thumb drive.
Yeah, you can.
Yep.
I'm glad I don't work on bikes enough to know that I need some $6,000 technician tool.
Well, I have a workaround for it, because the most important
Doc,
thing
I
for
have
me
a question
is.
for you.
All right, hold on. Let me finish my thought here. The most important thing for me is programming the ECU with the new tire pressure monitoring valve stems, if I replace those, and opening up the ABS system to bleed the ABS brakes.
Can you delete that from the ECU?
No. You have, if you have ABS brakes or the link brake system, you have to hook up a digital technician of some sort with the key on to properly bleed out that system.
Right. That's why I had to take my bike after I did the handlebars to Corey at Doc's Performance so that he could do that. But what I'm saying is, can you delete the ABS system?
You can.
Yes, you can. You can with the digital tech. You can not delete it. You can shut it off.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I meant eliminate it to where you don't have to run ABS.
Yes. Yes, but you will lose your RDRS with that. You'll lose your traction control, your stability control.
I don't have that. I don't have that. I don't have that.
Actually, have all of it.
I don't have none of that shit, but I have ABS.
What year's your bike?
An 18 Road King, but it's a Road King, so it doesn't have any of that.
You're right. It doesn't.
Yeah. So it just has ABS, which accidental braking system.
Mm-hmm.
So just take off your damn wheel speed sensors and put on regular,
but then you get all these idiot lights
bearings.
under that, right?
Well, you
do like we do in Tennessee. Put some black electrical tape over the light. Problem solved.
You get your ABS light to come on.
Yeah, I don't want that on because then I think something's wrong. I just don't want
something is wrong.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you. I mean, I wouldn't delete the ABS anyway. I mean, well, let me take that back. My 13 Street Glide has ABS and it's not working right now, so I deal with that light. It doesn't bother me anymore.
Yep.
I mean, at first it did, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Takes time to get over that fucking idiot light aggravating the shit out of you.
Well, he don't ride it because he has another bike that he stays on.
Nah. See, I'm too poor to
ride Ruby still.
Yeah, I would stick with the 2.5 inches, 2.5
I
ounces.
don't
Not
have
after
y'all.
she tried to kill you going back to Florida.
Exactly.
Yeah, she
I don't
did.
have. I don't have any YouTube royalty money like y'all do, where y'all own multiple bikes. I have one.
PA, what
I
was your
wish
question, buddy?
I wish I had some royalty.
I'll wait till everybody's done.
Doug, what's your question?
Okay. Got my eyes on something. I'm thinking about buying a bike.
Okay.
And I know it's not your favorite bike, but it comes with a tuner. Okay. The tuner's inside the saddle bag. How do I know if that tuner is still connected to that bike?
Most tuners, if it's in the saddlebag, it's not physically connected, but it's probably married to
Yeah,
the
it's
bike.
not fit.
So
Right.
it's married
Okay.
to the
So
bike.
how do I? Why would they have a tuner on? It's an Indian Scout 60. I know you don't like Indians. I get it.
Well, they probably
Um,
changed. They probably changed the exhaust. They probably changed the intake.
They
They
did.
maybe put cams
Yep.
in it. So that's why they would need a tuner.
Okay. So I
And they
guess
probably put it
my
in the
thought was right.
saddlebag so they don't lose it.
Yep.
Right.
And
Right.
it's already married to the bike. They can't use it on anything else.
Okay. So that tuner is for that bike and that bike only.
Correct.
Okay. All right. That's what I was asking. Because I really did like the bike. It's a great beat around town bike. Saves on the wear and tear of my bike. So now, how do I know if it's once it's connected no matter what? You know,
Yep.
married to the bike.
Yep.
Okay.
All you gotta do is
All right,
plug
that's
it
what-
in. It's probably an FP3. You can put the app on and then Bluetooth it to, and it should pull everything up. But you still may have to have a license for that yourself.
Nope.
I don't know how they do
Not for the
those.
app. As long
For
as
so
Yeah,
you
you'll
got
be able to put the
tuner,
app on there and
that's
go
the
right
license.
into it.
Yep.
Okay.
I know the bike is a lot quicker than it should be.
Dallas.
When I took it for
It's
a
kinda
ride, I was
racist,
like,
buddy.
holy
So
shit.
let's rephrase it. You're not looking at buying an Indian. You're looking at buying a Polaris.
Well, yeah, that's what they are. 10-4 on that. Hey, I give it to you. You're right. I'm surprised you're not kicking me off for this one.
Nah.
Put me in the green room.
They'll
Nah.
just put
It
you
was
on
actually a
mute.
birth. Yeah. It was actually a birthday gift from the wife, so it is what it is. And
Well,
when I
congratulations.
was going through when I was going through the bike and checking it out and opened up the saddlebags, I seen this tuner, and I'm like, huh. And I'm looking at the pipes. It's got shorty pipes on it, and I'm like, okay, so obviously there was some kind of work to this bike done.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay,
Well,
so that-
congratulations
thank
on
you
your
for that.
birthday gift.
Yeah. I will not ride with you with it.
I don't
You
care.
gotta ride
No.
it like you stole it.
PA, I don't
Oh, yeah,
care.
I steal
Ride your
everything.
ride. You want to ride with me? I don't care. I've ridden with a guy who
Yep.
had a Honda Rebel 250.
Hey, we
didn't
got
go
one of them
very
too.
fast. We didn't go very fast, but we went and we rode and we had a good time.
You-
And that's all that matters.
My thing is, I don't care what you ride. If your knees are in the breeze and you got a smile on your face, who cares?
Yep, I agree.
What I tell my wife all the time.
Yep. That's why she's going to buy a Ducati without you
Yep.
knowing.
She won't be my wife. Somebody else.
Oh, come on now.
Maybe somebody else is just going to have a road king come with her. Watch it.
I'll buy another
She
one.
might
I
be a
don't
little bit faster than you then.
On a Ducati? Absolutely, depending on the Ducati.
at my age, it's not a race anymore.
I'm pushing
Excuse me 1 minute, gentlemen. I got to run to the men's room.
I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
There we go. Damn it.
His bike has a tuna.
Yep. His bike has a tuna. Get the tuna. Oh, it's good for him. I wonder what submodel his Polaris is, because the model's Indian. The submodel would be like a Scout or a Chieftain or a Chief or whatever, because the manufacturer's Polaris.
So what? He got a Polaris.
Yeah.
He's got
For his
a
birthday?
Polaris Indian Scout.
Well,
I bet
we
it's
don't
a
know
Chief.
what the.
I don't think he would. He's too damn old to
Said
be a
Scout.
Scout. Oh, it is a
He
Scout.
said Scout, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, I could have swore he said Scout.
Well, we'll find out when he comes back.
Oh,
Hey,
give us
somebody
call.
up here. I think it was
So
Evil.
is it, what submodel Polaris is that?
Say that again.
What submodel Polaris is that bike?
Oh, by Polaris now, I guess. I don't know.
Well, it's a Polaris Indian Scout.
It's a
Is it
Scout.
Chieftain,
It's an Indian Scout 60.
Oh, okay.
Now Polaris owns Indian, as we know.
Yeah.
Did you see
And
Evil's
Victory.
question about the how many beads do you recommend?
Yes.
Okay.
I
I didn't
think
know.
for the back tire, 2.5 inches, 2.5 ounces. I did see that. I briefly.
I think it's a front tire is what he's asking. Yeah, he says 2 ounces for the front.
Front, yes. But yeah, I told Noggin to go 2.5 in the front because his tire is wider.
Yep.
Than a normal.
That's what it looks like. PA.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's an Indian Scout 60. It's what they're called.
Nice.
My wife's got the 2021 bone stock.
Ray, you've been there for like a week now, buddy. What the crap?
He just figured out he could use the damn hotel internet. Yes, Ray, they do offer free Wi-Fi.
Yes.
Even the Roach motels offer you free Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Open the Internet Explorer first. That way you can get it logged in, then leave that open, then go and then get on StreamYard. He's a dark horse.
He's been baking in that Florida sun is the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem. And
Well,
he's wearing those hipster glasses. The 80s called they want the
Yep.
sunglasses back.
I think he's turned hipster. That's the problem.
Mooch, we
'Cause
have
it's
a
hot up
fix for that.
Next thing we know, he's going to be clean shaven. He's going to wear low-rise jeans that are skin tight. And we won't recognize Ray.
He's gonna be wearing skinny jeans. Ah!
Hey, Mr.
Low
Thumper,
rise
did you
skinny
get your
jeans.
truck fixed?
Yes, sir.
Good. All the codes are going?
Every one of them. The last thing left is the door lock. I guess when it grenaded, because I decided I was gonna keep going until it actually put me on the side of the road. The body control module went out in it. Also started short circuiting because shit was just going right.
Mhm.
So they didn't know that. So when they brought it back, when I brought it back down to Florida, it didn't have any of my cameras, any of the like tow haul selector switch wouldn't come on. A lot of
Right.
shit just wasn't working, but the truck was running fine. I took it to Ford here and said, "Hey, what's going on? Here's who fixed it. Here's the receipts. And here's the email saying that they'll take care of anything that they might have did wrong." And she turned it over to her techs. Her techs come back. It was the body control module was shorting out, causing it to fail.
Spending to quit. Yeah.
So they replaced the body control module. The only thing left they got to replace is now the keypad on the door, where it shorted that out too. It burnt that up. So it'll all be fixed come Friday.
Nice.
But I have
Hey,
the truck.
You don't need door locks unless you got, as long as you got a Glock, you don't need door locks.
No. It's the keypad on the side of the door so you can get in.
Oh, got
The
you,
door
got
locks
you.
work.
Sorry.
The auto start works. Everything works on the truck except that keypad doesn't light up or doesn't function. So she ordered a new
Gotcha.
keypad. Friday they'll pop it in, and I'll be done. Everything will be fixed, and I'll be headed to Tennessee that Wednesday or Thursday.
Just remember, that
Congratulations.
was all because of bad fuel, they said.
Yeah.
Initially.
It cost me
Wow.
$500 to figure out it was not bad fuel.
Yeah,
Are they
that's
gonna
still
give you
better
that money
than
back?
13 grand.
So is the body control modules what caused the whole issue?
My cameras were working when the fuel pump exploded and sent all my cameras were working, all my tow haul was working because I literally put it in tow haul to go up the mountains.
Yep.
There in PA and Jersey and all of that. So it was working, but I think when they pulled the cab off, they shorted it out more than likely.
Yep.
Because they had to pull my cab
Dang.
off to do the fuel rails and all the fuel lines and all of that shit.
Damn, I hate you had to go through that.
Yeah,
I
he
got
got
it.
stuck up in Laconia for what, 23 days?
26 days I was telling you. Yes, DDK, we are riding Friday. You come get me. We'll go wherever the hell you want to go. Or you tell me where to meet you and I'll ride there. I got GPS. I can figure it out. But
So
I'm
you got to
staying
come to
where
Pennsylvania.
PK likes taking people on pothole roads, so just a heads up. If he goes in a pothole, just don't worry about it. He'll come out of that pothole about half a mile down the road.
Well, you could fill it with Dallas. He could stand there and push the tires up.
Wow.
we have suspension technologies on both our bikes, so we'll be fine. We can hit your potholes.
Don't say that. I gotta dodge them. They're like that freaking deep. The suspension will be fine, but the rim and the tire, nah, probably not so much.
Yeah,
Different story then.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Dan, let's not hit any of them damn roads, please, because I need my tires.
You see that? Be ready for the 90s and 150% humidity.
Well, shit, that's what we got down here in Florida.
I was about to
Yeah,
say,
that
we're
ain't
in the
no different.
hundreds and 150, 200% humidity.
They'll be fine up here.
Let's try this.
The hipster himself.
Uh-oh.
Ain't no. I'm just living in a nation.
So, Ray, when you shaving your beard and getting skinny jeans?
See, this damn man, that wife said, I told you when we first got here that what the password was. So I wasn't listening to you. I mean,
I can't wear a hat backwards. I look like some Jewish beanie or something.
who?
You look like Fred Durst.
Here, and I can. Yeah, who? Upper does. Yeah.
So, Ray.
Hey, gentlemen, I want to get off this and visit with the family for a little bit.
All right, Keith. Thanks for coming on, buddy.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm going to try to come up to see you before I leave.
All right, I'm leaving Friday morning, so I'll be here tomorrow.
Oh,
all day.
That's right. Maybe we'll see what happens. Maybe tomorrow or something. See what the wife's got planned. She got nothing planned. Maybe I'll jump in the cage and come up.
Yep.
All right,
Right
brother.
on.
Hey,
All right,
guys.
peace.
Peace.
It.
Yeah. So, Ray, you gonna shave the beard and get some low-rise skinny jeans?
Dude, I don't shave my beard for nobody.
Really? He's gonna tell me forget you, and I'm wearing your damn shirt.
My
Well,
wife.
I guess I know what I'm gonna clean my bike with tomorrow.
With the blue and the white one.
Yep. One
Use
will
the
be for
white
the
one
rest.
on the
One will be
wheels.
for the rest.
Hello, Hills.
Yeah,
I can't see that.
How's that
just
vacation, Ray?
repainted my street, and they missed a big gap. going into the town down the street.
What
Hey,
roads
Hells,
is he
check
talking about?
your Instagram, Hells.
Zen, what roads are you talking about? That's all I need is some damn roads to take out my trailer tires.
Sorry, guys. I still can't see anybody.
No,
Open your eyes.
I was about to say, we see you, we hear you.
quit drinking. Would you have 2 near beers?
Damn. Where's your dinosaur glasses at?
Damn, Dallas is on a freaking roll tonight.
Yeah, he is. Okay, Ray. Thanks for popping in. Poor guys. I know that pain, man, when I was down in Daytona.
Yeah, my internet sucked down there.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's internet sucked down there.
Everybody's.
Unless you were up at, 3 in the morning till 7 in the morning, then you were fine.
Get Starlink. Shit works.
Well, I'm not going to get it just for, a week every year.
You can turn it on and off. Literally.
How both of them started. Hells don't sell Groms.
You want another one, Bob?
Sure.
All right. I'll take yours.
So, Hells, check your Instagram, buddy. You got an invite in there.
He's over there bullshitting. I want a Grom or one of them little monkeys.
You want a little Honda Monkey? You're
Yeah,
a little big to be riding a Honda Monkey.
I don't care. I think it'd be funny as hell.
It would be.
I'll
You're like a
have
monkey fucking a football. It would be.
I'm all right. I'll fuck that football just to ride it around.
Chris will yell at him.
Yes, you can't be mean to little kids.
Yes.
Alice wants a Grom with a tour pack.
Grom with a tour. I thought that's not his new bike.
They make that conversion kit for the Grom that makes it look like a street glide.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Is it for midgets?
Yeah. Well, it'd be perfect size for Dallas.
I was about to say Dallas could get one.
Yeah. He might tippy toe it at the stoplights and Let's see, he says I don't have a shirt on. So
Nori put pants on to come on, okay? So
yeah.
Drew has made shirtless lives famous.
Don't lie to him, man. I ain't got no pants on. I just put on a shirt.
oh.
Where is Droop in his shirtless self?
I don't know.
Mhm.
So Zen said he forgot what interstate, but noticed that the interstates are bad, pulling 40,000 pound loads. So all the interstates are bad.
Well, I'm not pulling
Yeah.
40,000, thank God. Only 22 plus my truck.
That stuff look like
A Batwing Grom. Yep.
Yeah, somebody had it on Instagram.
Yeah, I saw that. I was laughing when I saw that. It says 75 through Chattanooga was a bit rough.
wasn't that bad when I came through, but that was what 2 months
Well,
ago.
you're going on a motorcycle. He's pulling, a land
Yeah.
yacht behind his yacht.
Hey, just do the typical, out of state thing. Get in the left lane with your toy hauler and do the speed limit.
Oh my God. I freaking hate that shit.
Yeah.
That's what was happening to me.
Hey, speaking
Then
of
people
which,
look at you like you're wrong.
speaking of which, Droop is like Beetlejuice. You mentioned his name 3 times, and bam, there he is.
And he shows up.
What up,
I guess
Droop?
I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for Dallas to pull in my driveway, take my health shirt before I clean the bike with it.
I don't think you'll clean your bike with it. I'm calling you out.
Hey, you're right. I got microfiber towels for that.
You ain't got to worry about me cleaning anything with anything because I don't clean the bikes.
No, you use that bug slide all the time.
When it gets really bad.
Still got bug guts on my fairings. But my front forks are worse because I did half-ass wipe it down.
Hey, Nora, you're being asked out on a date.
Yeah, we need to hang out, man. This is like my last weekend in town.
Yeah. Droop, we're talking about everything and anything under the sun, my friend. Whatever, you know.
No, trust me, your nuts have been washed off that bike. I say that, and knowing him, he might try to come up here in the middle of the night and do it
I got
again.
about 5,000 miles of bugs on that road glide right now.
There you go. he cleaned your bike with his nuts. That's funny. But you've cleaned it since then, right?
Yeah. I washed several times. Hey, Dallas.
We done polished that bike about 10 times already.
I don't have no problem catching catfish, but see, there's another one. All in the same night.
There's your mini Harleys, your mini Batwings.
Yep. They need to. I don't think I've ever. They don't sell them here that I know of. That's out there in what, Asia somewhere?
I don't know, but I know they make a kit for them that you can buy.
Hello, Frogzilla.
They'd make more money if they made a road glide.
Riding on threes, what wireless phone mount did you get? Did you get the one from Ciro?
I would definitely get one of those for my kid.
Dude, I get one just to ride it around.
Is that what he's going to ride to high school?
Yep.
So have y'all seen the X440 they're making, Harley's making? It looks like the old 70s Honda.
Yes.
Ray? Tomorrow. I get it tomorrow, Ray.
What you getting tomorrow?
Watch one now.
I'm picking up my windshield tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The one I showed you.
Shit.
It's
So I'll make sure I send you pictures if it's really nice and dark. Just so you can flip me off again.
Because the clock, I got the Clockworks one on there now, and it's supposed to be dark tint. Man, no, it ain't dark tint, dark smoke, whatever the hell they want to call it. I can still see through it, so it ain't dark nothing.
Well, I had it in my hands today in front of my face, and it was dark. But it to me, it seemed like it was a little darker than what yours showed. So I'm not gonna say for sure.
Hello,
well, we'll see if it's the same as that picture.
Hello, cure for, what's that, Parkinson's? Nice. Yeah. Hello, welcome to the show. Let's see. Running through, I did unpack. Yeah,
how
right.
many miles you got on the road right now?
Slacked.
About the same as what you got there with when you first took off to go back to Tennessee?
No.
I've got 100 miles more.
No, I'm right at 3. Almost at 3, actually. I'm under by a little bit, but I'll have 3 here soon. I gotta put more miles on it.
You should have been at that number already. You're slacking.
Well,
you know,
you ain't up here to ride with me because whenever we're together, we keep the roads hot.
Hey, Nora, you got to remember, he's working that very tough job every morning.
Yeah.
It's hard
Yeah.
getting out of bed every day.
Dude, I
Yeah.
don't know what it is, man. Down in Florida, 7:30, 8 o'clock, 8:30, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Here, man, I ain't getting up until
The crack of noon.
freaking 10:30, 11. Feel like I need to move.
Hello, Des. How you doing?
Des is
Hello.
here. Hello, Des. Getting
Where
on
is
the
she
bike,
at now?
listening in. Right on.
Oh, she's not gonna respond. She's getting on the bike. Woo. Don't text and drive.
I think
text
she's like
and
in
ride.
Ohio or something like that now.
Yeah, she's all over the place. I have a hard time keeping up wherever she is.
Isn't she at like the 120th or on her way to
No, she won't
Bam or
make
something?
that, she said.
You
She's
don't
at the
know. You
Harley
don't know
Davidson
what Des.
Museum.
Mm,
She's at the HD
Oh, yeah.
Museum.
Yeah, the one that's closing in Iowa, I think. Yeah, streaming and writing's allowed, no problem.
Isn't that what John does? He does lives on his motorcycle.
Riding on 3 does.
Yeah.
I don't have freaking data connection to do something like that. I've tried. Didn't work out too well.
You got to turn on your hotspot. Maybe it'll work better.
How's the hotspot going to work when I'm out in the backwood country? With no heck of cell service.
Get your
That's
ass
why
out
you
the
got to
backward
get one of
country.
those with the, what do they call that? The mobile data.
Actually, I need to get a different carrier.
Yeah, because you got what you got again? You got some off the wall.
I
cell
got
phone
Boost.
carrier.
Well, I got
Yeah,
Boost,
there
and they
you
run
go.
off Verizon towers, but and I noticed too because originally I had an LG phone and had service and everything was good, but when I went to the Galaxy, service sucks. Something with the Galaxies, I guess.
You don't want to know why? Because they probably not running no. What is it? They probably didn't change the dang on things in your area to 5G. So if you're still running 4G, it's gonna suck.
I still run
Yeah.
4G.
And yours probably suck too.
Somebody got jokes. Okay,
Calling you out.
well, I got jokes.
Don't, hey, whatever you do, don't do a noggin and call hells out to a race.
My phone is an iPhone 11, and it's
All he
running
has to do,
software.
all he has to do is remember the red light to the bridge. He knows he better not sleep.
There's red lights on your bridges.
No, down there when I was beside him, he went and staged his bike, and the light didn't turn when he thought it was, so he let out, and then started resetting. And I was watching the light. It turned green. I took off, and right before I hit the bridge. I'm like, I need to freaking let off because there's probably a cop on the other side of the bridge, and I don't want to give them shit. As soon as I let off and started slowing down, he came. He's like, "You ass." My fish drive is destroyed.
Oh, really? Time to get a new one or chain drive.
I was about to say, isn't that
Or you
why they
still have
say
the push
belts are
drive
for
with the
pants?
chain.
Why they say what?
That's why they say belts are for pants, not motorcycles.
That's it. But you still have the cush drive on the baggers with chain drive.
Hells, I'd rather put my money into my bike and not in the pockets of the police. Sometimes I have to be good.
Well, you only put your money in the pockets of the police if you stop.
Yep.
Around here, they come the next day and meet you at your house.
That's because he's running
yeah.
a tag.
No,
See,
the cameras they have on their cruisers, if your plate's at the right angle, they can stop it and clear it and pull the license plate number and go to your house.
Why do you think I said that's why you're running tags? When I used to do the hooligan shit, I took the tag off the bike.
Well, I mean, I got a tip tag on there now, but
Still,
I could always.
You still got a damn tip tag?
Yeah, Tennessee's slow. I should. They told me I should have it tomorrow. So
you bought the damn thing in the end of May.
Well, I can't help it. The state of Tennessee is slow as shit.
I guess they're slow just like their motorcycle riders, huh?
Hello, Lolly. Lolly's here.
Nori got jokes too, huh?
Yep. Well, you know,
I would say I gave him the slowest in Florida, but I guess he passed that on down to somebody. So I'm probably getting a fuck you, Tweedle.
well, he doesn't have a hair across his ass. That's why he's not joining us tonight. Yeah, I'm calling you out there, Hells.
I don't know. With that comment I made, they may jump on real quick.
He ain't jumping. He ain't got a hair across his ass to do it.
He might not be at home. So what he's up to today?
It doesn't matter. He's got a cell phone.
He could be in an area where he don't want to show stuff. He could be out supporting single moms right now. I mean, you never know.
If he's out supporting single moms right now and he's got this life going, he's got problems. His priorities
the single moms that are there are not worth watching.
Or he might be at the Villages.
It's a Wednesday night. And it's only 9:30. Them single moms that show up to them places at that time are not the best looking.
Hey, now he's just firing back at me.
Would you hire a mechanic without a wrench?
No.
Would you hire a roofer without a hammer?
No.
Well, they damn sure hire titty dancers without titties here in Florida.
Well, yeah, I've seen that at the Cackleberry. Especially at the wet t-shirt contest. They brought everything but the boobies.
Exactly.
The ones with the boobs didn't want to get butt naked. I mean, sometimes you just got to get what you can get. And no, it's not a Kentucky Fried Chicken.
It's the bronze chicken.
It's supposed to be Burger King. You get it your way right away.
No, that's over in the Villages.
Kentucky Fried Chicken's finger licking good.
Nori, have you been down to the Villages to help pay for schooling and tools?
Always. I'm always down over there. How do you think I'm getting my tools now?
$20 is $20, right?
Yeah.
Don't talk shit about
igloo coolers lately.
Don't talk shit about igloo coolers. I have an igloo cooler.
No, that goes back to Daytona with Noggin.
You might have to go ahead and tell the story.
Go ahead. You tell
Put
it
it
better
in
than I
some
do.
perspective.
You tell it better than I do. Because you got more than.
Oh, you want me to tell it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hold on a second.
Story time with Tweedledee.
Well, once upon a time at Daytona in the Cackleberry, everybody's standing around shooting the shit. Little chaser girls come walking by, booties hanging out, boobies hanging out. Old Moto Noggin. Man, I have that same igloo cooler. It's great. So don't go looking for girls with Noggin. He's going to point out their igloo coolers.
Now, Jim is in Leesburg by the Villages. He says the Villages ladies are already in bed. Do you know that by experience, or are they at the key party still waiting to draw the key?
Key party started 3.
I don't know. I've never been there.
They start at 3, end at 6, and they go to bed at 8.
Sounds like Tweedle has intimate knowledge about that.
I was about to say, how do you think Tweedle
Don't
paid for
ask me
that
how I
damn
know.
bike?
He was cooler than the chick. Oh. Yeah, we was really seriously waiting for him to run around, these girls up with a towel, and give them a bottle.
Yeah,
I mean, we was really waiting for that to happen.
I mean, think about it. He rides a Sports R Us. Were you surprised?
What's up, Wilkie?
No, Drew, they did not distract him. His eyes went right to the igloo cooler.
Yep. Hey, Wilkie.
Poor old Noggin. I know you're in the side chat, Noggin. You just ain't saying nothing. We still love you, though, even though we're making fun of you.
Say hello to these people.
I'll be riding with Noggin on August 5th. And Rhodey will be there, and so will Corey.
Well, I got a question.
August
Are
5th,
y'all all taking like a 2-gallon gas can with you so y'all don't have to stop? You just pass it over and let them fill up while y'all are
What's
riding?
the point? It's going to spray out on him anyways.
Did we not get that fixed?
I think
he got
did,
it fixed.
Hi, Ray.
No, I didn't. I was just twisted.
Oh, Lord. Riding on 3 is getting a sports dress.
Oh, boy.
Why in the world would you get a damn Sportster S? They're like Ducatis.
That's not the bike. This is true. Noggin wrenches on his bike. Maybe that's why it's falling apart.
Well, Noggin talks Blue Sun into reaching.
Yeah, he
I gotta say, honestly, other than the one that was on for like a demo for the exhaust they were selling, this is the only Sportster S I've seen that's out on the road. I mean, the only other place I've seen was a dealership, so I don't know who's buying them. Or I just don't pay attention, one.
Riding on 3 says he's buying one.
Don't know why.
He must have lost a bet.
Because he wants to stop and pick up all the parts.
Yeah, have Noggin work on it.
Noggin had it fixed in Jersey anyway, except his handlebars.
Yep. And then those got fixed in New Jersey, but not by Noggin, by Corey. That was the best.
Drew
When
says
George
one
came
gets
up-
sold in the 4 months he's worked there.
Yeah.
That was the best. When George from Baggers and Brews came up while Corey's working on Noggin's bike, he says, "Oh, good, you guys got tools for Noggin's bike." Put my arm around Noggin and says, "Yeah, we got the best tool right here."
Been cool if we could have figured out his pin code, though.
Yeah. Well, if you had that pad, you could reset it.
Yep.
You don't need the fob. You can reset that pin code with that digital tech.
You sure?
I didn't know how to start my bike with a damn pin code. Let's see this. Something happens, I'll be calling up Nori. Hey, how you do this?
Well, on the new bikes, actually, it's easier because if you don't have the key fob present when you hit that ignition switch, it's going to go right into the pin code mode.
Yep. Oh yeah, and Noggin's remote. Corey had to fix that at the dealership of all places. We're outside the Atlantic City Harley dealership, and Corey had to fix his key fob too. Any luck in Oyster Bay, Ray? So Nori, what's your next plan for your bike? For Ruby or for your other one?
Well, I'm not gonna do anything to Ruby until she hits 100,000 miles. And I got I think about 82,000 on her right now, so about another 18,000 miles to go. I'll
Okay,
spruce
so
up the
in
engine.
3 months.
Yeah. At this rate, I think the road glide will catch up because I already got almost. I'm at 16,500 miles on the road glide right now.
Oh wow, Night Tiger, no kidding. Yeah, I just turned
So
9,000 miles on my way back from Gettysburg on my road glide. Not bad for 2022.
yeah, same here. I mean, I've only owned the road glide ST for 7 months now because we're in July now, so 7 months, and I put 16,500 miles on it. Not bad.
That's you're putting some miles down.
Yeah, yeah. Well, my goal was to try to get at least 20,000 miles on it this year, and I only got
I think
about.
you're
I
going
mean,
to crush that.
yeah, we got about 5 months left, and I only need about 3,500 to go. We all know
Yeah,
that's a
okay,
lot.
hell. Yeah, right. I don't believe you.
Well, I plan on doing a stage 2 once I get back on the road glide. Once I get back home to South Carolina.
There you go. Good night, Drew. Good luck at work tomorrow, buddy.
So what's the first thing you gotta do after you get your stage 2 done?
Wilkie, I think because you came in on my channel, if you go to Doc's channel, you'll see everybody else's comments.
Yeah.
So go in through Doc's channel and you'll see everybody's comments. Anybody that's on my channel, go in through Doc's channel. The link is in that. And then you'll see everybody else's comments. I'm just linked to his so that everybody would come over from my channel and see Doc's lives.
I appreciate that, Thumper. Let me tell you something about the Thumpers. There are some great people to hang out with. I hung out with them up in Laconia when we were there. Awesome people to hang out with. I look forward to doing it again. Guido, you've never met the Thumpers, have you?
Don't tell him if I wasn't. I was
You're
indisposed.
in for a treat because they're awesome people.
Thank you,
So
Doc.
you didn't hear that, Thumper, right? Neither did Dina. I don't want you to get big heads on us now.
Look, y'all were talking about subscribers, and I didn't even know how many subscribers we even had.
Because that's Dina's gig, not yours.
I know. So it's definitely not going to change who the hell I am. I'm just, I don't care. Now, I couldn't be like Monkey Famous where people are pounding on my door at 3 a.m. saying, let's do shots and shit. Boy, you'd see a side of me you wouldn't want to see. And that's not the reason me being naked when I answer the door. It'd be a lot more than that.
Yeah. See, I won't go banging on Monkey's door. I'll hang some upside down pineapples from his door or something, but
yeah, listen, I tell people where we're going. Like I told people we're at the KOA in Crossville or Cross Creek or wherever the hell. I might not know exactly the name of where we're going, but I tell people where we're going. If they want to meet us, fine. Come meet us. We're all about meeting people.
Yeah, you guys are, and you both are great people.
We're on Main Street in Sturgis. Literally, you will see my rig. Trust me, it's as big as a damn semi-trailer. You will see the rig. We're dead nuts on Main Street. Stop by, say hi. I don't mind. But 3 o'clock in the morning, yelling, let's do shots at my door, pounding. You might not want to meet that Mr. Thumper. I promise you that.
Yeah. So, if they come by and you don't answer the door, can they take the Road King for a ride if it's there?
I promise you, if I don't answer the door, it's not there. And what because we're on Main Street, we'll pull it into the garage at night, so
That's
that it
smart.
doesn't. Yeah, well, they tow at 2 a.m.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, so if you're on Main Street, they clean the road.
At 2 a.m., you're going to feel your rig pick up and get dragged.
Oh no, I'm actually in a lot, but
Okay.
the deck hangs out right there, so we'll just pull the bikes in. The bikes will have to be parked on the street if they're outside of the rig because there's not room.
Oh, okay.
I meant, see, even Keith Ray said, "Yep, they tow 201." I've already been told.
Oh, 3. It's next weekend, not this weekend.
What is next weekend?
That ride up here. It's
Yeah.
the 22nd.
The ride from Bucky's is the 22nd. DDK.
Yeah.
And I think Dallas is actually coming up Friday to Crossville or Cross Creek or Cross whatever it is on Friday. So we're going to ride Friday just to shit and get and play around. And then Saturday's the ride with everybody. 2 Up and all of them are coming. And then Sunday we're free. And then we pull out Monday morning when the light hits the sky. Headed to Sturgis.
So I told you Helson didn't have a hair across his ass. He wasn't jumping on.
CrossFit goals. Nobody CrossFit.
Because you said, I know. When you sit there, Crossville, cross some.
I don't know what it's called, man. That's your neighborhood. What's it called?
My neighborhood. That's down the street about 15. Well,
So Keith's staying in Deadwood.
about an hour away.
I'm gonna ride with Keith. Man, we talked about a week ago, and he's got some serious rides that he knows. He's been there a bunch, so I'm gonna link up with him and ride with him some. He's got a Titty Tuesday that we're gonna go see.
Well, riding, if you fail your medical evaluation, you know what you're doing Friday and Saturday next week.
Dallas says it's Crossville, not CrossFit.
Yeah, I never said CrossFit. That's where dumb people run around with weights and act like fools. I ain't into that. Did you see me? This body ain't built by CrossFit. I promise you that.
Yeah, he says you guys will have a blast.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll come down to Tennessee.
For me to go to Sturgis, it's a huge financial and time commitment. I need to take 2 weeks off of work, number one. And number two, it's, a lot of money out of pocket, to do that. And, I'm talking like 7 to 10 grand. And I'd rather do a whole bunch of rallies than just go to that rally.
So we're going to meet at the Crossville KOA at 3 a.m. Gotcha.
Okay. You will see a side of Mr. Thumper that you've never seen before.
Yep. Hey, I'll be right back, guys.
Yep.
So,
all right, let's get them demonetized.
yeah, right. How is this? Like, I don't know. We're gonna see. I don't think it's gonna cost me 10 grand, but we're gonna see.
What are you talking about, Sturgis?
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
granted, I don't have to have a place to stay because I own the rig and I have a free place to park it with RV hookups and all that. So I don't have that.
Save you some money.
You're riding the rig from Florida to Sturgis?
Yeah.
So that's gonna cost you like 2 grand in itself right there, and fuel probably. You don't think so?
Straight down and back.
No, maybe back, but we're not coming back. we're leaving there, and I think it's either Colorado or Indiana, and then it's somewhere else, and then back to Tennessee, and then to Texas. I don't think we get back here until almost October or November.
Riding on 3 so it's only cost them about $1,500 overall, riding and camping at the chip.
Yeah, so the camping, all right, I don't have that bill, but like the fuel bill I'll have, which look, it's like $150 to fill up the tank. I get about 400 miles, and then I have to put $150 in it. I get a little over 400 miles per tank, and so it's like what, 2,500 miles. So that's like $500, $600.
I guess Hells doesn't know how to check his Instagram. There it is, buddy. That's right, Hells. When you come on, I'll kick Tweedle out.
Yeah.
Me and Tweet are going to Sturgis next year.
Yeah? Nice.
Yeah,
I guess so. I just got
found out.
told, so.
He just found out.
He got voluntold. Remember that, Nori? You get voluntold.
Yep. I'm gonna ride up to his place and then we're gonna take off from there.
Yeah, right on. Uh-oh. Tweedle, you're in trouble.
Hey, it wouldn't be too that expensive with both of us. We can split the
See, I told you.
Hotel rooms like $500.
fucked up, yo.
Hang on, I get on and then you start talking.
Hold on, but she said a hotel room is like $500 a night at Sturgis.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's expensive. It's
At least 300.
$300 to $500 depending on where you stay at.
Just
That's
talking
right
about on the
there.
way out there.
The
I,
budget.
You know,
Is that Doc? That's why your bill is so high? Because I know why Monkey's bill is so high. Because they do
Yeah.
all the concerts, they do all the drinking, they spend a lot of money other ways.
Right. But for
but-
me to go out there, it costs a ton.
Yeah,
And,
I- I won't.
2 weeks. That's
I'll be
why
honest.
I can't go to that one.
I may drop a video or a talking head about what it actually cost me. I'll save all the receipts and see what it actually cost me personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, Keith says if you stay at Rapid City, it's cheaper. Plus, you get to ride, and that's all that really is, right? It's a bunch of gorgeous riding.
But it still takes 2 weeks of, vacation time.
Yeah. No,
Uh-oh.
I get that
Well,
part.
You're in trouble now. Wilkie's here.
Hey, bud.
Oh,
Going out, Wilkie. Long time no see, buddy.
yeah, it's been a day or two.
Yeah.
Hey, Wilkie, long time hope to see.
Oh, yeah, dude. We'll definitely be doing that. It's going to happen. What's everybody up to?
What's that? The legend
What's everybody up
Gremlin.
put that on, just turn the volume.
Everybody stop
You too.
talking or what?
I don't either.
1,419 miles, Lori.
That ain't nothing. You said 1,000 what? 400?
419. That's from here to Rapid City.
That's like a day and a half riding. If that.
Yeah. So you
Depends
guys
on how many
definitely
miles you
going.
throw down the first day.
Sounds like you're definitely going next year, Tweedle.
We could throw down 1,000 miles the first day and then cruise it on in the second.
Might as well try to get an iron butt while you at it, huh?
Yeah, might as well.
So you can get that little piece of paper from Harley Davidson that says you completed an iron butt challenge.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna keep all my receipts for that.
Yeah, I would end up forgetting.
So what's up?
Last run, my last
So what's
run,
going on,
I did
Hal? How you been,
820
buddy?
home to here in 14 and a half hours. So I ain't worried about an iron butt.
Yep. What's going on?
Working hard or hardly working, Drew?
Working hard. You know, got a lot of irons in the fire right now. We got a lot of stuff about to happen.
How's the new shop coming along?
It's already busy, and we haven't even advertised.
That's good, though.
It is a good thing.
So are you working there part-time, or
No,
are you
no.
more like a silent partner?
I'm more like a pain in the ass partner.
Okay.
Just be
Well, you
consistent.
know, Drew ain't nothing silent about Drew.
Hells, you're that R2 whatever that jumped on my Instagram, right?
That's how far it is for me.
The hell is that?
That's from me to Sturgis.
Okay.
2,068 miles.
Okay, so you got a day and a half to get there.
Yeah, I was just going to say,
Wait,
2.5 days.
How's the H2 performance coming, Hal?
Well, I'm taking a day to get to Tennessee. I'm going to play for the weekend, and then I'm taking a day to get to somewhere else, and then I'm going to play for the night, and then I'm going on to Sturgis. So we should pull into Sturgis Wednesday.
What's the actual miles between different points?
I think it's like 600 miles to Tennessee where we're going. And then the next one is almost 800 miles. And then the rest of the way.
Gotcha.
wait, what? You're stopping at 800? What the hell?
Yeah, we're going to stop.
Hold on, man.
I would have put about another 2 or 3 extra stops in there, but all the power to you.
Oh, hell. I
You know,
roll
I'm
in
an old guy.
sleep
I'm an
and
old
roll.
guy.
Hey, John, how you doing?
Our first trip out, we went to Laconia, and I went from Orlando to Virginia, and then from Virginia to Laconia.
Now, where?
Massachusetts.
Okay, I'm out of Brunswick, Georgia.
Okay.
So where? And I'm familiar with those areas. So we're out of Florida and we're into Virginia because I know those areas. I'm from Maryland originally. So
we went from Claremont, Florida, because we're in Claremont.
Okay.
And then we went to the KOA in Virginia. Hey, Dina, what was the KOA? What was the town the KOA in Virginia was? Hold on, I'll look it up on my app.
Hey, just for FYI, anybody that's traveling up and down 95 that in the Georgia, South Georgia area, Darien, Georgia, and also on exit 29, they have areas to where you can get off and actually plug in your toy haulers or whatever you need to do if you need to camp for the night.
Yeah, some of the
Georgia-
restaurants.
Yeah, I will say Georgia's got some of the fucking most badass rest stops when you're hauling an RV.
Hey, I'll tell you what, if you
They
ever
got
get
dump
to go hang out at
stations,
Jekyll Island,
everything.
So it was
They are
called
pretty cool.
Gremlin. It was called Thousand Trails, Virginia, and it's in Quimby, Quinby,
Where's it
Virginia.
close to? Where's it close to?
Hold on. Let me.
Thousand
I'm on my
Trails.
phone, so I can't
What's up,
reference
Val?
it that easily.
Thousand
What's up,
Trails is a network of RV shit. Oh, we lost dog.
Yeah,
We lost
but
Val.
it's in Quinby.
Oh,
Quinby.
No,
Where's it close
we
to?
moved.
I'm pulling it up now because we stayed there, so it's in my KOA app.
Gotcha. Well, expand, back up out of it. And, what's the closest city so that other people can relate as well? Oh, shit. Sorry. I had to let the lab in and out.
Probably Richmond.
Silver, I'll tell you, if you want to, save a little cab, don't stay at KOAs.
We have a
KOA.
membership, so it's super.
Yeah, but KOAs are stupidly expensive, even with a membership. I had a PM on one of my jobs here about 2 years ago that he had a membership with KOA. He was paying $1,800 a month at the KOA when I was paying $1,000 3 miles up the road, which is still ridiculously expensive, but for the area that we were in, is what it is.
Right.
So don't let that membership fool you into thinking you're getting a good deal. Look around at the other campgrounds in the area. I'm willing to bet you find something better.
So the closest town to it was Spotsylvania.
Yeah. Okay. I know where you are.
It's just north of Spotsylvania.
That's pretty country, actually.
Yeah, it was real country. Like the diner we went to was like super country.
Yeah, but some of those diners are some of the best cooking you'll eat.
It was good food. Don't get me wrong, but it was like I thought the deliverance was going to happen when we pulled off the interstate.
Bunch of guys in Speedos trying to get down a river in Georgia.
Yeah, they all had four hats. Come play with me. Yeah, that was a little over 700 miles before we stopped on that trip, and then we made it. The rest, it was a little over 1,400 miles total. But I did break down in Massachusetts, which was almost 100 miles short of my trip.
I'm only familiar with the Boston, Peabody areas myself, as far as Boston's concerned, and just 95 to get there. But
95 sucks.
Yeah, it does.
The south end of 95 sucks.
Hey,
tried
north
to warn
end,
you about all that shit, Humber.
95 coming through northern New York sucks when all those lanes come together and will mess with your brain cells.
So
you got to stop listening to that app, and I've run
to an app.
that.
I'm from that area. I've driven it. I don't like it. Hey, what's going on with PA though? I mean, has anybody traveled south since all that happening on 95?
Yeah, me.
Okay.
They did recently.
How did you have to get around it? Did you have to go Garden State, or did you have to go into New Jersey and come down south through Morristown? Those areas.
You had to go through New Jersey. It literally put me through the George Washington Bridge on the way back through New Jersey.
Right.
Yeah, you listen to the app. You got to stop doing that.
Well, I didn't.
No, actually, that's not a bad ride. That's not a bad ride.
No,
well,
that's shit
super
ride
sketchy
when you're all
the big ass
trail.
rigs down the George Washington fucking bridge.
That's absolutely shit. You got to plug in if you're gonna come that far east. You got to plug in the Tappan Zee or the Governor Cuomo Bridge, and at least
the tunnel. Worst case scenario.
I went in over Como, but when I left, I went out over George Washington.
Right, because you didn't plug it back in. If you just go by whatever the GPS tells you when it comes through, it's always going to try to take you across to George Washington.
Right.
No,
you should have gone to Verrazano.
On my GPS, so it won't do
Go
that.
Verrazano if you get a chance.
Well, I have
if you're on the south side.
And under the RV life, because I have such a high rig and because I have to worry about low clearance stuff.
I do too.
Okay. Yeah.
Mine's 13.6. I'm in the same boat you're in. Yeah. Trust me, I've run that route. I live in Maine. I run north to south all the time. You can avoid everything that it wants to take you through.
Yeah.
You just gotta plug in the right. You gotta plug in if you're gonna stay that far east on it, you gotta plug in the Cuomo or Tappan Zee, whatever the fuck it's called now.
Right. Look, if you're coming out of that area,
287 coming north to south, it's 287. It'll bring you right down across the Tappan Zee Bridge.
Exactly.
The old Tappan Zee Bridge.
It's either that or come out from the tunnel and hit Garden State, or come through Jersey and hit 74, or hit 74, 76 and go through Allentown, PA, and start working that angle down to the PA Turbike.
There's no taking the tunnel with our rigs. They won't go through.
Oh, they won't.
If
so
you hit
you
the
have
tunnel,
to go GW or Verrazano.
Yeah,
you're either going to George Washington, or you move up to the Tappan Zee, or if you're going further, if you can hug it further north, it's even cheaper. Going up, I think it's the McGraw or Mc something or other bridge. It's like the next one up. It's right off. You can hit it up 80 there, up north somewhere.
So on the way home, because I was stuck in Laconia for 26 days, so on the way home, it was the fastest route. And I literally drove from Laconia. I woke up that morning. I drove down to Mass on the bike. I dropped Dina off to get the truck. I followed her back up to Laconia from Mass. I loaded up the bike. I loaded the trailer on the truck. I hit the fastest route. I took it home. I left Laconia at 4 o'clock that afternoon. At 4 in the morning, I was in North Carolina at the truck stop, pulled over in the rest area. I slept until 7 o'clock. 7 a.m. I jumped down to the truck, walked around the rig. Everything looked good. Jumped back in the rig and was in Florida by 5 o'clock that afternoon. And thanking the ground, I almost did like, the motherfuckers, they get lost at sea. And when they get back to the asphalt, they start kissing the ground. Well, when I got back to Florida, I almost kissed the ground. It was like that.
Okay. Let's see. 3 hours from Daytona to Brunswick, Georgia. Let's see. It's 5.5 hours from where I am to Wilmington, North Carolina, or a little bit less if I hit 74, 76, keep going north. But I know it's 9.5 hours from where I am up to Bowie, Maryland. And I know from Maryland up to Connecticut, meeting with engineers, that's almost 11-hour drive one way. I know New York is 4 hours. Now, this isn't, with traffic.
Maryland to Connecticut is nowhere near an 11-hour drive.
Nope.
Where I had to, I'm not sure if I was going from Maryland or from Harper's Ferry, but whatever it is, it took me 11 hours. 11 hours, almost 11 hours to get up there to meet those engineers. I stayed, we had our hour meeting. We all went to lunch and then I turned around and drove back. And the reason I did that was because I wanted full mileage. I could have rented it. I could have flown.
You took a ridiculously round trip.
I went 95
in order to do an 11-hour one now.
95 from the Virginia Maryland border to Connecticut is only 5 hours.
Are you sure? Because it took me.
That's
It only takes me from Annapolis, Maryland
I would
to
go from
New York,
Virginia to
was
Connecticut.
about 4.5 hours. 4.5 hours. Doc, how far are you from, let's say, White Plains, New York? Yeah,
White Plains, I'm about an hour and 10 minutes.
that's it.
That's it.
Oh shit! I might have to reevaluate
right now.
My
800 miles from my house, and I did it in 14 and a half hours.
I don't know. It took me
on the bike. So
it took me from Laconia. I left just after 4 o'clock, and I was on the George Washington Bridge at 8 o'clock at night, crossing it. And then after I got through New York, there, it was pretty much so late at night. I didn't have a lot of traffic. I was doing a good flip.
Yeah, that's the best time. If you do have to hit the George Washington Bridge, you want to hit it midnight or later.
Yeah. Right.
You're
or
gonna
before 6
sail through.
a.m. Or before 6
midnight
a.m.
to about 4 a.m. Between midnight and 4 a.m. on the George Washington, you're going to sail through.
I used to do some work for T-Mobile right there at the Avenue of the Americas. And we always stayed across the George Washington Bridge in the New Jersey section. If you go on the Hudson, there's a Holiday Inn right there. We always stayed there. And then, but if you left after 6 a.m. to get from there just to the Avenue of the Americas right there in Manhattan, right there where the tunnel opens up, you're talking, if you get there beforehand, you're all right. Afterwards, man, you're in for a world of hurt.
Well, how about the motorcycles, huh?
Yeah. Hey, Doc.
We got them. We do it.
I just ordered some. I ordered the KST's handlebars, and I got the extensions ordered. I was able to play Harley with the extensions and on points, and I'm working out finances to where you and I can talk further. And I'm really excited. I want to try to. I'm working. Look, I'm on a fixed income, so except for investments. So I'm trying to work some finances together to where what we've already discussed.
Yep.
My left knee's quivering. That's all I want to say, man. I'm looking forward to it. I'd like to have it done. I'd like to try to get this figured out before Daytona next year.
Yeah, right on.
So, you and I will talk further, and basically, I don't want to interrupt you. I've brought this up before. I know you're busy. I know you're always on the go. So I don't know when the best time to pasteurize you.
To be honest with you, would be August or like September 20th to about a week before Halloween, and then
winter
after
in
that.
New England.
Okay, is that when your schedule's a little more open?
Yeah.
Now, what about the parts that we discussed?
I can get them here within a week.
Okay, so the sooner I get you what I need to get you, the better.
Yep. Well, the parts will be here if I order the parts, let's say if I ordered them tomorrow, they'll probably be here Tuesday the latest.
Gotcha. Okay. That's a cool thing to hear, because everything I seem to order, I ordered at the beginning of the year, I might get it by fall.
Yeah. Well, the company I work with is really, really good. They're in Milwaukee.
Okay. On another note, I will let everybody know running the Michelin Commander 3s on my bike, and I've been running them hard, and I'm really impressed with the way it feels. They feel as far as the road. I like the way they handle. I like the way they absorb everything, and just the traction as well. Not to mention, so far, I don't, for the mileage I put on, I put close to maybe 5,000 miles on them so far since January. And they seem to be holding up really well. And I've read some reviews where they said that they took notes as far as the sidewalls. And right now, I'm impressed. I mean, I've used Dunlops. I've used a lot of other different kind of Goodyears and different kind of bike tires. So far, I've always been a Michelin, even with my trucks. So the Commander 3 so far have got my thumbs up.
Yep. Yeah, those are a really good tire. From I've installed them before for people, and they love them. And so, I mean, they're a good tire.
Well, the older ones, they were having problems with sidewalls. Evidently, they listened to what different people said about it and moved forward.
Yep.
So
Wilkie, what day did you leave Gettysburg? Did you leave on Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday.
Did you get caught in any of that rain?
Dude, I fucking dodged every bit of it, man.
Not me. I got all 300 miles of it.
I bet you did.
There you go, Wilkie.
It was fucking great for me that I rolled out in the morning. I probably rolled out at like 9 o'clock in the morning, something like that.
Would you come down 70 to the Beltway around DC?
No, man. It was Gettysburg. I took 15 all the way down. 15.
Okay, so 15 down into Virginia.
Yeah, it was. I avoided all the big cities. It was a little slower traveling, but it was only 150 miles, so it took me about 3 hours.
Yep. The old lady and we got stuck in 300 miles of torrential downpour.
Yeah, I imagine, man. I was fully ready to just throw on the rain gear before I even left, but I kept watching, and it was.
We went up 78 or 76, right where it splits at 81 in Anvil, and we had to pull over at the first overpass to put our rain gear on, and it rained from there all the way up into New York, just south of the Tappan Zee.
Wow.
And then it was clear all the way into Connecticut.
Yeah,
Branch was clear. We hit Stamford, nothing but rain the rest of the way.
Well, die hard.
Well, got to get home. We got to go to work the next day. So
yeah, I was ready. Like I said, I was ready to run the rain, but luckily I kept an eye on it and
just paying y'all back for me
early. So I was up early that morning.
So would you rather leave in the rain and know that it's raining so you can adjust accordingly, or would you rather just be going and then get caught?
Well, here's the thing, Gremlin. I was looking at the weather and the radar, and the rain wasn't supposed to start in that area and heading north till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I was like, all right, so if we leave here at 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning, we'll be fine all the way. Looking at the radar with the projected. Yeah. No.
Yeah, no.
Reality makes it very.
And that's the problem when you rely on weather apps all the time,
Well, they're allowed to be 50% wrong.
Listen, I remember listening to a radio station one day, and snow's coming down like a son of a bitch, and I'm talking like, 4 inches an hour, and they're saying, yeah, we got a 75% chance of snow. I'm like, motherfucker, look outside your window. It's already snowing. There's 7 inches of snow on the ground.
Same thing with rain.
If you look at my Instagram, the picture that I showed, the little short clip I showed when I opened my door and it was pouring outside, was about an hour and a half, 2 hours after I hit my trailer.
No kidding.
So I got a couple of brief little sprinkles that hit me, but other than that, I was smooth sailing all the way.
Nice. Yeah, I had a good time down in Gettysburg. The rain didn't even ruin it for me. I had such a good time down there, hanging out with you and Upshift, Bent Rim, Steve Turner, all those guys.
The only thing that pissed me off was Friday.
Gettysburg is
I didn't time that rain right.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to get to the moto meetup on Friday, but I was tied up with all my battlefield tours that I already scheduled and paid for months ago.
Yeah. So you did go on some of the tours?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I've been through it all years ago, and it's really informative. It's really cool.
Well, what's interesting is as the years go on, they find out more and more information about the Battle of Gettysburg. Yeah. And one of our tour guides was telling us more about, the historian that came to the bed and breakfast was telling us more about the town of Gettysburg during the battle and what people were going through that lived there, which I thought was really interesting.
Yeah, I gotta go up there sometime when I'm not in rally mode and just go hang out. That's pretty cool area up there.
Oh,
well, I mean, it's good riding, especially if you go west, and also check out Antietam.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's another battlefield in the area. And also, if you're a Civil War buff, just do your research and go down the Shenandoah Valley, especially down around the Luray area, Luray Caverns, and those areas. They have some unreal reenactments.
Okay.
When I lived up there, I used to go to these things. I had friends that lived down there, other bikers that I'd associate with, and they turned me on to it. And I was really, it was just cool. That's all I can say. It was just cool.
Hey, Shadow. And Keith, just let you know, no, I didn't see any ghosts. But then again, I wasn't looking for them either. So, but I learned a lot. Every time I do a battlefield tour or go to the battlefield, I always learn a lot about that battle. There's just so much that went on and so much part of American history that that formed our nation since that battle. I mean, Abraham Lincoln said himself, since that battle, we have forged a new nation. And it was in the Gettysburg Address. And yes, because the nation will never be the same after that battle, because the amount of American lives that were lost in that 3 days is just astonishing.
I know when you look at those kind of numbers and then you read, the stuff you hear nowadays, four people killed in Afghanistan for this. And you're like, well, yeah, it's traffic, but it's nothing like Omaha Beach, or it's nothing like these. Now, as far as I'm a history buff in the sense that I go all the way back to Mesopotamian times in my readings, and I never understood the British and the American concept of let's form lines and face each other.
Well, the Americans get that from the British, because that was a gentleman's way of fighting a war.
I mean, but when you look at the Battle of Waterloo, Wellington formed wedges or triangles as opposed to different other things, and you get into all that. But the bottom line is, who in their own mind would want to stand in ranks like that and just shoot and let other?
Well, here's the thing.
They didn't know any better.
The Army of the Potomac, which is the North. I always thought it was the South, but it's not. It's the Northern Army, is the Army of the Potomac. In Gettysburg, they didn't stand in lines. Actually, all along that whole fishhook, they were anywhere from 2 to 4 men deep. And as the front man would fire a weapon, the man behind him's carrying another one because they're handing the rifle back to be reloaded. So as soon as he hands one back, he handed another one ready to fire.
Oh, muskets, yep.
And so, I mean, it was, and that was the first victory for the Army of the Potomac during the whole Civil War. That was the first victory, and which changed the whole face of the war and everything. And we lost Gremlin.
Oh, shit.
So,
no,
yeah,
it's definitely a cool area there.
Absolutely.
I've worked in that area for years, and I've never really gone down and explored it, and I really need to.
Oh, I highly recommend it. Like, one of the things I learned on this trip is Eastern Tennessee, the majority of the people who volunteered from Eastern Tennessee fought for the Army of the Potomac, not for the South.
Oh, yeah.
And then it was Central Tennessee and Western Tennessee, which fought for the Confederacy.
Yeah, we got Tweedle and Dallas, some fucking Confederate pricks.
And don't forget Ray.
Oh, yeah, Ray's in there too.
Yeah, and Thumper. He's a Florida man. Thumper, you'll be happy when I rode right by the
Florida's neutral.
Florida Monument on the Confederate line. I actually zoomed in, or actually got a good thing of the Florida Monument, and I was thinking of you when I saw it. And I says, Thumpers would like to see that.
Yeah, other than I got PTSD from the Northeast, there's a lot of shit that I need to go up there and see, but I got to get over my PTSD first.
Well, it's only 3 miles from the Maryland border. Well,
yeah.
Actually, the battlefield is like 5 miles from the Maryland border.
Look, thinking about it now, after it's all said and done, because I don't have a destination where I have to be anywhere at any given time. I literally drove myself fucking till I had to pull over.
Yeah.
Literally just to get back to Florida because of being trapped at the drive-in for 26 days.
Oh, I don't blame you.
Your mindset wanted to get home.
Well, it wanted to get right. It wanted to reset. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that, because nowhere is going to be home, because literally, like, we pulled out here on the 18th or 19th to head to Tennessee, and I don't think we get back here to Florida until somewhere in October for Bike Week, Biketoberfest, or the camp out, or whatever we're doing.
Your subconscious still knows that Florida's home for you.
Right. It still says, come here to reset.
New Hampshire, you were headed home.
Yep.
Even though you were staying in your trailer, you were headed home.
Yep.
Trust me, man. I've been on the road for a long time now. I absolutely understand that. My longest run in the truck was 1,700 miles in 26 hours. That was nonstop. The only reason it took me that long is because I fucked up and listened to the GPS and went across to George Washington. I hit Jersey at 7 a.m.
Oh.
You don't ever want to hit Jersey at 7 a.m.
So, Thumper, on your way up to New Hampshire, you probably went right past and through Gettysburg, to be honest with you.
Probably.
No, they would have avoided that altogether.
No,
we
they
went up 81. We went up 81 because we went.
They went on 81. They went through 15.
No,
and which were right past.
Oh, they wouldn't have.
No, 'cause
81
when I drove
will
before-
take you right up, straight up to 80. Gettysburg's about 30 minutes east of 81.
Right, but
Yeah,
when I drove to
they didn't
Florida
go anywhere.
to
They didn't
avoid
go
all
through
of that, to avoid all of the George Washington Bridge and Jersey Turnpike and all that, it took me, the GPS took me right past on the outskirts of Gettysburg on 15.
Yeah, the difference is you were going from there to a certain point. If you're coming from south going up, you're either way.
And when I came up
from
Myrtle Beach,
you
it
run
took me
80.
right past the same way.
You're gonna go around Gettysburg.
Right, but when I came back from Myrtle Beach, I took the same route. The GPS took me back the same route, which put me on 15 right past Gettysburg.
Yeah. I might have went through there. I don't know. On the way up, we were just hokey poking along.
Yeah.
We didn't care. We didn't, we had time. We didn't have to be there till Wednesday. We left on Monday. We were fine. The way back, it was a whole different mindset. It was get the fuck out of here and get back to where there's trucks if you need to buy one. If there's whatever, you've got it. And that's what I did. I rode myself stupid ragged and just made it back as fast as possible.
If you guys had run up 80, 81, that route, we would have passed each other on the way. You guys stuck to 95 up through and ran around because I was coming down.
I got off of 95 on the way up. I got off of 95 in South Carolina.
Yep.
And started heading actually towards the west for a while and rode up that way so that I would not hit the George Washington or the Como. We changed our GPS from Laconia to somewhere in Pennsylvania so that we would bypass all of DC, all of that crap. And then when we got into Virginia,
Scranton area?
Yep, that's what we plugged in, Scranton. Yep.
All right, so you did actually. Okay, I didn't think you guys actually listened to me when I told you that.
No, that's what we did. We changed it from Laconia to Scranton, and we went up that way. That's how we ended up our first night at Fred and some town. Sounds like Pennsylvania, but it's not. It's Spooksville or whatever.
There's a lot of them in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, so we ended up there the first night and crashed at the KOA there. And then we continued up to Scranton area. And then once we got up that far into New York, we changed it to Laconia. And it took us over.
We actually did pass each other then. Because you guys were running up same day that I was running south when I was on the bike, and I thought about hitting you guys up, see if we could link up at some point, but every update I saw from you guys, it looked like you were on the wrong side for us to link up.
Yeah, no, on the way up, we left 95 pretty much as soon as we got North Carolina, South Carolina. It took us off of 95.
Yep, somewhere around there. Yep.
And then we rode up that way, bypassed all of that DC, Maryland bullshit until we got up towards Scranton, and then clicked it over to Laconia and went that way. And then that's when we ended up going across the Como doing it that way versus the George Washington.
Oh, that's because as soon as you hit Pennsylvania, it cuts you back towards the Cuomo instead of staying straight up to. See, when I come down through that's where we missed each other. When I came down through, I came into Scranton and came down 81. When the GPS will tell you as soon as you basically, even though you avoided DC and all them, it'll still tell you to take like 76, cross Pennsylvania, and hit you onto the Cuomo Bridge or
Tappan Zee.
Yep. Still the Tappan Zee to all of us that know it. But which is still not bad as far as time goes, but it all depends on how you hit it. If you hit
it was late at night by the time we got into Mass. We broke down at 5 o'clock in Massachusetts.
Yep.
So I mean, we made decent time on the way up, but we were just poking along. Like the max speed I ever got up until the truck started to screw up was like 68 miles an hour. We were just poking along.
Yeah, but look at the bright side. You met Corey.
Yeah, we met Corey. Yep. Unfortunately, on the side of the road, not under good circumstances, but he's a hell of a guy. He came out and saved my ass.
And that's the beauty
part. I don't
of
know
the
if
community.
I helped you when I told you about him, or if you guys already knew him. But
well, yeah, we knew Corey through YouTube, but we didn't know him that he was literally 5 minutes down the road from where we broke down.
Yeah, as soon as I figured out where you were, I messaged you on fucking Instagram or whatever and told you that Corey's like, he's in that area. I don't know if you already knew that before I messaged you, but
no, I didn't know he was. And then literally he was on somebody's live and they said I was broke down because they got the little update also. And he left the live and come and helped me because he's like, damn, that's only like 5-10 minutes down the road. I better go see.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, I grew up in New England, so I know that area a little bit. That's the great thing about all of us on here.
But you could put a prison. Listen, all that area was gorgeous up there. Cute little towns, not all grouped together. Like I'm from Florida. Everything is a suburb of a city. Concrete everywhere. Up there, it was beautiful. But you could put a prison in a beautiful place and nobody wants to go back after they spend a month in prison. That's what it felt like, man. I was stuck like Chuck every day.
But you found your coffee.
Dude,
yeah, I found coffee finally.
Thumper, I wish my vacation had worked out better. Fuck, I could have brought you back up to my house. It's only 2.5 hours from where you were at.
Yeah, it was fucking
a little north, but
well, we rode up to Maine. We rode up to Bentley's, and that was a great ride.
Yep. You guys didn't even touch the tip of Maine doing that shit, though.
Every day was raining while I was there. Like, and I only had the bike, and then she flew home, so it was just me by myself in prison. And every day I woke up and it's raining, so I had to put on rain gear even to go get breakfast. It was a shit show, but
trust me, I felt for you. I thought hard. I mean, I thought hard about fucking just rolling up and grabbing onto your trailer and at least pulling you somewhere up where you could be.
Right.
You know?
Mel, I haven't had a bad cup of coffee. I'm not a coffee snob. I will drink coffee that looks like motor oil from a greasy spoon and be happy, or I will go to some weird ass hipster coffee place and get me a black coffee and be just as happy with it too. Shit, if you look on my counter right there, It's a Keurig, and it's got Dunkin' Donut pods that I put in it and make coffee.
Yeah, I love Dunkin' Donuts, but their Keurig pods are weak as shit.
Yeah, no, listen, y'all talking about coffee. Now I want a coffee. I will drink coffee. I don't care if it's the strongest, that Bullet Dead Bull coffee. I will drink it and still go to bed in 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, guys, I've been going at this almost 3 hours. I'm going to be ending this shortly. So if anybody wants any final comments, go ahead and make them now. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for everybody for all your input, everybody in the side chat, everybody came on the panel. No matter how brief, I don't know what happened to Gremlin. Oh, you want me to send you the link? I'm going to be ending it, Gremlin. Sorry. It is getting late. I do have to go. I have to work tomorrow. I'm sure everybody else does, but except for, Cleto and Thumper. living the retired life. Look, I'm envious and jealous, okay?
Nori's retired.
I'm still getting up early though.
He still gets up early, goes to school.
Hey, don't say early. I get up at 7:30 in the morning every morning too.
That's sleeping in for me.
I'm at work by 7.
I'm at work by 7:30.
And it makes you feel better. I don't wake up till 10:30, 11 o'clock.
Yep.
My campground's an hour from work.
Yeah, I'm
So
sorry.
I'm on the road by 6.
I don't have anybody telling me I got to be someplace.
Me neither.
I don't
That's why I
either.
sleep in.
I'm the boss.
Well, then you're telling yourself you have to be someplace. I don't have that either.
Well, some days I sleep in a little bit. I got a good crew, so
I sold my headaches.
Sleep in a little bit.
Thank God I sold my headaches, but I sold my headaches. Now the only headache I got to wake up to is the missus.
Till she comes over and slaps you and cures that headache.
No. She talks a big game, but she ain't hitting me. Somebody's phone's dying.
All right, guys. Again, thank you everybody for coming on the panel. Thank you everybody in the side chat for coming and joining us tonight. Next week, I have a special guest. I'm going to let it out now. It's the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. H2 Performance, Hell's on Two Wheels.
Oh,
my special guest next week.
We gotta listen to him. Fuck.
Good night, Mel.
All right,
Later,
be good, guys.
All right, everybody. Live the best life you can.
In a couple of days,
Ride
Yeah, Joe.
Ride hard.
We'll see some of you shortly.